Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the W2 Report. Today we are taking a look at Grand Theft Auto Code today here at the W2 Report. But before we do that, let us go over the ground rules with Lord Crocosquirrel.
Rule number 1, be not a dick. Rule number 2, if there are any questions whatsoever, please refer to rule number 1.
Alright, today we have ourselves the kitty of all kitties today. Because I do not have a meme ready to go for today. I first heard about this news about 11 o'clock this morning about about Rockstar being hacked and GTA 5 and 6 being leaked. And we were ill prepared to do a W2 report on Earth 2 anyway, so that got pushed back to next week. So, with that said, um, basically what we're after today is the fan reaction to Rockstar's being hacked today. And I
Actually,
gotta.
I heard. Okay, let me give some more background. I heard about this one yesterday. And the actual hack and release happened a couple of days ago. Take Two's been all sorts of DMCA happy about this shit, and frankly, I'm not surprised. What you people are actually looking at is parts of it's bits and pieces of the development process. You have to be able to get in there and look at it if you ever operated a fucking game engine before. And if you haven't, Unreal and Unity are free to download. Have fun with that. You can go and you can look and you can make something that looks just like that in fairly short order if you know how or even want to bother trying. In the meantime, calm the fuck down. Just calm down. You're looking at shit that nobody was supposed to see except the folks internally. All games look like that at some point during their development, and I don't know exactly when this footage was taken, neither do you. But we're not expecting this game out for another couple of years. Relax. It's not going to look like that at the end. It'll play a whole lot better, and you won't wind up with what's his name, Jason, with his arm twisted completely behind his back, not able to keep hold of his weapon. Just
Right.
wow.
Yeah.
No, this can't. I saw a tweet earlier. It says this can't be GTA 6. It looks like garbage. Well, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's going to. That was development footage. They take footage of development processes so they can go back and they can look at where the iterations are. Look, oh look, here is this bug. We need to figure out why this bug is why the unit is doing this thing so that bug doesn't happen again. No, what a concept! From the looks of things, they've even updated their engines,
Right.
Rage and Euphoria, so that they could do that. So that they could do this. Okay, cool. Or maybe they skipped the Rage engine and just use Euphoria by itself. I don't know, and neither do you. People at Rockstar that are actually are working on it. They know, but they're
But they
not
can't
talking.
talking.
They can't be talking because there's fucking rules. This game hasn't even been fucking announced yet, and everybody's saying, "Oh, this is gonna be crap." What happened to what happened to the whole? Let's go have let's wait. Let's see what it actually looks like when it comes out. It's like people looking at cinematic trailers going, "Oh, this game's going to kick ass." No, cinematic trailer doesn't help you. It is of
No.
absolutely no value. That's why you wait for a fucking gameplay trailer and don't pre-order unless it's something you just have to fucking have. Don't encourage these people.
No.
And yes, I've been guilty a time or two of pre-ordering. I pre-ordered Final Fantasy VII Remake and Persona 5 on the same go-ram day, and they were both paid off before the end.
Right.
Mind you, that was before the thing, before the pandemic. Well, quote pandemic unquote. I don't know exactly how bad that really was. It seems like the cure was worse than the disease, but I digress. Okay, and I was largely not disappointed by other game. Cyberpunk 2077, yeah, that was kind of not great, but hey, shit happens.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose some. But yeah, you don't have a pre-order. You haven't spent money on Grand Theft Auto 6 because they haven't told you even when it's going to release. We might not. It's going to be a minimum of 2 years. Just the rumor alone would put it out that way. Usually with Rockstar, it's usually a year and a half after they announce.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right to you, Sanji?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, we heard about Red Dead Redemption 2 about 6 months or so before it released, or before the announcement. And then it was about a year, 18 months later when we actually got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can count on it being at least 2024, at least 2 years from now, and more likely we won't see it. More likely we won't see it until 2025. But they're still in if this was recent footage, they're still in a place where they could scrub the whole thing and not lose very much. So
yeah, they can easily walk
knee-jerk hot
away.
takes of stupid are only going to encourage them to say, "Nah, the fan reaction was terrible. We're just gonna kill it."
Yeah.
Do you want a GTA 6? This is not the way to do that. Oh,
Right.
and don't get me started on the idea that one of your two protagonists is female. Who cares? If the characters are good, then who gives a shit?
Right.
You don't have to be a man to go after the prostitutes. So fuck it. Why do you care?
It's just this. It's just to earn political points. That's all.
Well, if they actually go woke, then I will be more than. If they actually go totally in the woke direction, then I'll be the first person in line to criticize them about it. Right now, we don't know anything. The names of the characters currently have and all that footage everybody's been flaunting aren't necessarily the final names. Lucia and Jason.
Right.
You know, Lucia doesn't look like all that in a bag of chips, but hey, there she is. And if she's the criminal mastermind behind it, well, okay, that happens too. She can still use a gun, which is more or less, and drive a car, which are the two big mechanics for any Grand Theft Auto game.
Right.
All of them do the same two things. They don't do much else.
Honestly,
except the one game. Which one was it? Was it Grand Theft Auto 4 or San Andreas, where you were carting your fucking cousin around every day, taking him out to shovel more food in his gulp?
I think it was San Andreas.
Was it? Okay. Good.
Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that either.
Honestly, I haven't played the game, so yeah. What I'm doing is what I'm waiting for is the mods for Lucia, so that that come about, showing her giving you the ability to upskirt her without panties. Now, if that's a thing, that could easily be a thing. You know, we got nude Aerith and Tifa, so I'm pretty sure in a game that wasn't actually intended to be modded. So why not do something like that to the character in Grand Theft Auto 6? It could be that character is not actually a permanent feature. We don't know. We have no way to know. We just have a female playable that runs around and shoots things and steals cars.
Mm-hmm. Typical of any Grand Theft Auto game.
Yep. Whether or not this will be a character in the final game, we don't know. They put enough carrot to it to suggest that she will be, but again, who gives a flying rat's ass? And why would we give a flying rat's ass?
Well, apparently Trigger does for a reason.
Huh?
Apparently Trigger does for a reason.
Well, Trigger can just Trigger is cancer. Twitter is cancer. So is feminism. So are a lot of things. You know, and of course everybody's screaming like Trigger is the be all end all of existence. It really isn't. Less than 2% of accounts on Trigger sum total are people like this. Actually, probably less than 1%. And the only difference between them and the average Twitter account holder is that they're more vocal.
Right.
I mean, what are we even doing here? Think about this for a minute, people. I mean, I looked at the footage, and I'm seeing a shit ton of work. And we'll go, and I think we're actually going to take some time on Wednesday, over on my channel to talk about this shit. Chris has
honestly, the analysis required to break down the leaked footage is so astronomically high that the game will come out before the analysis will get done.
Not entirely true, but if you've ever had to work in a game engine, you will know exactly what you're looking at.
Right.
I pulled it out. As far as I'm concerned, this shit looks fantastic. For the point at that they are currently in development. Okay, they've got some new shader work that they're doing. And it really does. It looks like an upgraded version of the engine that they use for GTA 5. That's my opinion. Of course, I could be wrong. Of course, I haven't spent a month's worth of Sundays playing GTA 5 like some people I know.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even think I have it installed. I own a copy somewhere. It's in there. It's in there someplace. But I've had other things to do.
Yeah. But on the other hand, though, this reaction was. I kind of have to be honest for a brief moment or two. It's so vitriolic that I almost felt ashamed at calling myself a consumer advocate because of this.
The short version is nowhere near as bad as some people seem to think it is. And it won't be, and it will not be by the time it's over.
Right.
When and if when we get an actual announcement of this game, and we've been waiting on what is it, a dozen years now for it?
At least a dozen years.
They'll be somewhere close to the end of their development cycle.
Right.
Okay, so I wouldn't expect this. I wouldn't expect this shit anytime soon. Like at all.
Right. But the fact that these clips got leaked, and the fact that we're talking about the reaction to it now is making me embarrassed to say I have any to be standing behind this microphone right now.
Yeah, the question becomes why was any of this necessary?
Yeah,
that should be the first question. Why do we have to be sitting here now having this conversation more than a year, at least a couple of years ahead of any possible release? Why are we having this conversation? And we shouldn't be. We really shouldn't.
No. And it's all thanks to a 16-year-old kid who got arrested in the UK earlier this year for hacking Uber.
How the hell is that kid out? That's what I want to know.
He got a slap on the wrist because he's 16.
Well, I'm gonna bet now that this is not going to he won't be getting a slap on the wrist this time.
Yes, especially since Uber and Rockstar are working with the Department of Justice to bring him in. That is, if he hasn't escaped the UK anyway.
But he says he's got more. I'm waiting for the dumps. This should be hilarious. Assuming, of course, for 5 seconds that he actually gets the chance to do that.
Well, he could have already uploaded it on a Deadman Switch.
Teapot Uber Hacker. What the fuck is up with that name anyway?
He's probably taking credit for the Uber hack anyway.
That could be.
I mean, honestly,
but Uber is also the word for super or over in German. So,
Right.
he could be that sort. He could be the sort of creature that does that. He might be the sort of creature that's just stupid. This can't be GTA 6. It looks like I wouldn't buy that like that. If you're not going to buy it like that, dumbass.
No, you're
They
not.
won't. Yeah, no, they won't.
Rockstar
With
won't
the
let you.
footage, they're not going to put it up like
Rockstar won't let you.
that. So,
And ironically enough, a known GTA fibber went radio silent after the leak went out.
a known GTA what?
Fibber. He
Fibber?
lies about he lies about GTA leaks all the time on Twitter.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I wonder why he would have gone radio silent. Maybe because we've got enough material now to call out his bullshit.
Yeah,
Probably. We know it's in. We've been suspecting it was in development for quite some time. This just confirms that it has been in development. That doesn't say anything about what's going on. What's going on? What Take-Two is going to do now? Take-Two can tell Rockstar to put it on ice for a few years.
Yeah.
I doubt they will, but they could.
Yeah, honestly, they probably should.
I think I might.
Honestly, I think we're in agreement. I think Take-Two should tell Rockstar to put it on ice.
At least for the time being, let all the crap die down. You know, give them another 5 years. Give them another 5 years to redo and rebuild enough of it so that the plebs don't have the fucking idea what's going on.
Right.
Because frankly, I don't think they deserve it at this point.
Even the phrase "security through obscurity" can help Rockstar at this point.
Well, the flip side of that actually is that we now know that there are security holes over at Rockstar. And putting everything on ice for a couple of months would probably be more than enough to patch the fucking holes.
Right.
For shame, Rockstar.
You ought not do that. I mean, if we're given security hole references.
Yeah, they may or may not have patched that at this point, but me personally, I think Earth 2 would probably be better off shutting everything down and starting and rebuilding at least their website from scratch.
Right. And by the way, that will be next week, by the way. Where we will go over every sort of detail about that.
Yeah, that also gives us enough time to be that also gives them enough time to get their shit together before we talk about all of it. Never mind that Mr. Isaac seems to be very lawsuit happy of late.
Oh yeah. I've been keeping track. 17 days and counting.
Ooh. See, I'd be taking daily snapshots.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh. Almost 3 weeks of, hey, looky here.
Well, we're waiting.
We're waiting. Because Callum Upton already made that video, and they should know full well by now what the hell they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think I may actually reinstall Grand Theft Auto 5 and try and play it.
All right. Honestly, though, this reaction, and I'm going to hammer this point home again, because because this really needs to be addressed by everybody that's listening right now, or even if you're watching this on video on demand, you need to be listening.
We love you, replay crew.
We need, yeah, this needs to be addressed. I am ashamed to be sitting here right now having this conversation with Squirrel because of a leak that happens when Rockstar wasn't ready for it. I mean, no leaks are foolproof. We get that. But when you are leaking a project that's at least 3 years out of development, or rather from release, as of this moment, and you have to, and you see the amount of work that Rockstar put into this, and you're calling it shit, I am embarrassed by everybody's reaction to this leaked footage.
Shame for her. Absolutely shame for her.
I mean, I think Big Fred put it best. If we're talking about shit early access titles, if we're talking about shit developers, we're doing it for a reason. It's not because they had products leaked like Rockstar did. It's because they put out full experiences for sale. And what is rule number one when you put out a product for sale? If you put out a product for sale, it's open to criticism. That's what we're doing.
This isn't out for sale. This isn't up for sale yet. So
No,
y'all are doing it wrong.
And I think, and the point needs to be hammered home that whoever criticizes Rockstar for this leak, you are targeting the wrong person. Instead of looking at the leaker, instead of looking at the company behind that had the information leak, you should be looking at the hacker himself.
Well, here's a fun one for you. It's not that Rockstar is completely free from blame here either. They could have secured their shit better.
Right.
They really could have. And that's on Rockstar. But our hacker here went and grabbed shit just to prove that he could, and now we're giving him the oxygen he wants. Don't do this. It's like any other troll. If you ignore them, they'll get bored and fuck off. But you people paid this guy in spades.
Yes.
The hell?
$100,000 in Bitcoin.
Ooh.
Just for the source code to GTA 5.
Is that what he's charging, or is that what he got? Because if he got that kind of money, wow.
That's what a scammer said. That's what a scammer got from a well-known journalist.
Oh, dude, no, bad. Source code for GTA 5 anyway would be hazardous, which is probably why we're looking at some significant differences in terms of what they actually have between GTA 5 and 6.
Right. even the fact that SteamDB and put out a change list that is a laundry list long of GTA on GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 and other Rockstar games should tell you something. I mean, we're not mad. I mean, technically speaking,
Disappointed.
We're disappointed. We're not mad. We're just disappointed.
Now, if you want mad, go watch Jim Sterling. Seriously, he's mad. She, whatever, is mad. That
Big
one
Fry.
there went on about a 10, 12-minute rant.
Big Fry is mad.
Big Fry is mad.
Us?
Also
we're
went
just
on
disappointed.
about a 10, 12-minute rant.
We're just disappointed. We just presented it to you longer. Honestly.
You know, and those people who say those people out here with the whining, stop. Just stop. You look like idiots. You really do.
Honestly, you do.
You do. You get something that looks like something, and your immediate reaction is to say, "No, this is gonna be crap." I don't care. I know what it is. I've seen this sort of thing before. I've done that sort of shit before. And yeah, they're doing pretty well given the circumstances. You're not even talking about pre-alpha footage. We're talking about early development shit.
Right.
They're still in dev mode. Okay. An alpha product is at least feature complete, and this quite obviously is not. Okay. Beta content complete, you're looking for the bugs. You go gold when you get most of them.
I would be honest with you.
And then a few weeks later you release the thing.
I would be honest with you, and I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate here.
Go for it.
What if the hacker released those clips specifically to get a reaction? Ever thought of that?
We already know he did, and he got exactly what he was looking for. Don't give that fucker oxygen. I said this earlier. All you're doing is giving this guy oxygen and encouraging him to do more. Don't. Stop it. Just stop it. I know there are people there are quote unquote fans of GTA that have the whole thing where they must have their hot takes because, you know, Twitter pays them money, because that's not true. They get clout for their YouTube channel. Most of them don't have one, and if they do, then they're having their a whole thing. They'd probably just make a video about saying how terrible it is. Okay. This is one of the rare cases where I think the DMCA might actually be appropriately applied, because nobody's supposed to have that shit.
No,
and it's their internal material. It was obtained illegally. It was distributed illegally, and Take-Two / Rockstar have every right to want this shit to go away. That's why you're not seeing footage of this thing.
That's why you're seeing the. That's why you saw the cat. We're not going to do that. That's why you saw the cat the whole time. Honestly, that's the only reason why you're seeing the kitty cat the whole time.
What is that? Is that the one that I use? This is my opinion of your opinion?
Yep.
Okay, outstanding. So yeah, we have opinions. I think they're actually. I think this is. I think this is like early work after they got their engine sorted out. They've been at it by the time these were done, they'd been at it for a little while, but they're still looking at motion capture and other animation stuff. So yeah, I don't think this is actually completely current footage, but I also don't think that this is anywhere near complete.
No. Nowhere.
Hell, they don't even I keep bitching about how some things just need to be left to cook. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about. I've said all sorts of rude things about games that are under release in some way, shape, or form that just weren't ready for it.
Especially on this channel.
Hell, on my own channel, we sit there, we play a game, and go, "Nah, this wasn't worth the $2."
Yeah.
You know, they should. Yeah, okay, it's an early access game, but it's not even ready for that.
Yeah,
I had
exactly.
my time at Sandrock. That game was feature complete, but not content complete. It actually worked for what it was.
Right.
It still
And there's
does.
and there's a distinct difference between the two.
You know, or a game that is actually no longer available on Steam right now called Unconscious. That they put it out as a full release, wasn't, and still looked like it looked like it needed another few years of development time.
Right.
Mind you, I don't think a few years of development time would have saved it, but damn.
I mean,
Can we
even
get with the program,
yeah,
please?
yeah, even Watch Dogs for another AAA example. Uh, it was feature complete. Was it content complete?
But it also wasn't.
I would argue no.
The original Watch Dogs was actually mostly content complete. They didn't make any major content improvements, or excuse me, any more content updates. The big AAA game that I think of when I talk about when we're talking about not content complete, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh yeah,
it's still not content complete, and it never will be.
Right, because it's impossible. Because
they essentially ran out of time. They did. They ran out of time. They ran out of time. They ran out of money. They ran out of patience with Kojima and said, "No, fuck it. We'll just release the first half of the game, and maybe we pick it. Maybe we'll do Metal Gear Solid 6 and give them the rest of the game." And then they said, "No, fuck that too. We're gonna make Metal Gear Solid Survive and fuck Kojima."
Yeah.
Whereupon Kojima went and made Death Stranding.
Which, to be honest with you,
Pac Mule Simulator 3015. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we're about out of time.
Yeah, I think we're about out of content. The short version is, as per the rules here, as per the rules on this channel, is, don't be a dick. Trigger needs that same rule. And maybe, just maybe, things will get a little less complicated over there, or at least mildly less cancerous.
Right.
Maybe we'll go from lung, kidney, and liver cancer down to just testicular cancer or something. That would be good.
Well, anyway, that was Lord Crocus Squirrel. Anyway, that was Lord Crocus Squirrel. I am Sanji Imura. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next episode of the W2 Report, which should be next week.
Yeah. Do that. Wednesday cycle. Over on my channel, we're going to be looking at Dreamworld. Yes, that's right, folks. I have a copy.
Oh, joy.
And spoiler alert, it's more painful to play than it was to watch a year ago.
Oh, all right, folks.
It is.
All right, folks. See ya.
version